This episode of Background Noise is brought to you by Trident Clothing Shop. Now listen, y'all, this is a brand new clothing company that's taken the public by storm, with not only a badass line of clothes and accessories, but a strong message behind it too. Trident Clothing Shop's goal is for you to go out and challenge yourself, be the best version of yourself you can be, and achieve all your goals. And shit, even look great doing it too. But don't take my word for it. Go ahead and click on the link that's underneath the video in the comment section. Check out the website. You be the judge. Brother, this is the next episode of Baby Brother Beatdown Breakdown, which is the MMA segment of my podcast Background Noise. We're gonna break down the awesome fights we just watched on Saturday, UFC 222. What's going on, sweet daddy D?
Hello.
Got your cup of Joe? You locked and loaded?
Yes, I am ready to go.
Me too, sweet dude. Well, let's just fucking get the ball rolling. Let's start this shit with the main event, dude. I mean, quite frankly. We saw this shit coming. Cyborg.
Yeah, no surprise.
Well, we had Cyborg versus Jana
Kunitskaya.
Kunitskaya. That's a fucking cool last name. That's fucking sick. And the whole get down on this fight is Cyborg just got finished going the longest distance in any fight with Holly Holm, her last fight, which she did end up coming up on top by decision. And Holly was, in my opinion, her best matchup on paper yet. And I think it was gonna, and it was exciting for me to watch because we finally got to see some sort of weakness from Cyborg. She kind of struggled.
Competitive fight rounds.
But and the thing about Jana, here's where this all ties in. Jana was Holly Holm's training partner during her camp to train for Cyborg. So then, I know originally there was talks of her fighting Amanda Nunes.
Which is gonna happen.
We'll come back into that here towards the end, but yeah, dude, it's gonna happen now. But that was the big talk. But then all of a sudden, we hear that she's gonna be fighting, Jana
Kunitskaya.
Dude, that's a fucking sick last name. But anyways, and I was like, who the fuck is this chick? And I had no idea about her.
She's a champion in Strikeforce.
Yes, and so we heard that. I'm just kind of like, well, I mean, okay.
Yeah, and there's a lot of Strikeforce people that come over to the UFC
and are pretty successful.
Some pretty successful, but
for the most part, just kind of fall flat on their face.
Some of them can't hang. It's just there's a clear difference. There's levels, But anyways, continue.
And Cyborg, arguably, getting less and less arguable now, the best pound for pound female fighter in the world.
Oh no, she is.
And
no doubt, there's no
even after USADA and all that shit, she's been able to stay up on top. And anyways, Jana was Holly Holm's training partner before her camp, and then she said, well, fuck it, I'll just go in now and see if I can get a go. And it did not really work out. Right from the very get-go, Cyborg sticks Jana with an overhand right that puts her up against the fence, and then she reactively
in her fucking face.
Yeah, she had never been hit like that before, I think, and she was so submissive, almost like the entire rest of the fight. She had no reaction to like a simple.
Granted, she got a takedown.
Yes, right away she reacted after getting hit against the cage.
Like an ankle.
A good ankle pick, and ended up getting her to the ground and started grappling her, which I was stoked about because we finally got to see Cyborg's black belt in jiu-jitsu and grappling. I was really looking forward to finally being able to see that a little bit, and she was able to work her way back up, work her way against the cage, and if I'm not mistaken, wall walk up, and then create space and separate again. And then until the end, it lasted how long did it last into the first round? I think the first like 40 minute 45 or some shit. Let me check.
Not long at all. There's a huge disappointment in the fact.
In a minute and 35
in the competition aspect.
She won in a minute and 35 seconds.
Yeah.
And she TKO'd her, of course, just did what we kind of expected, but I thought it was going to be later on in the rounds. I had Cyborg winning, but I was hoping to see a little bit more of a striking match, maybe because of I could use Jana.
I thought she looks a lot longer than she actually is. I thought she was taller than Cyborg, but she's not.
Me too. Yeah, and seeing him in the weigh-ins, I was kind of like, ooh. But I was under the impression that Jana was taller and lankier, and she could use her kickboxing kind of stay on the outside.
She's actually shorter, which I didn't even realize.
And Holly was the better matchup for sure. And then right now, who you had Cyborg at the end of the fight calling out Amanda Nunes. It's like, what else can you do at that point? I think it's the right thing to do, and fuck it, just rack up some pay-per-view buys. I think that'll rack up a few pay-per-view buys. Yeah, definitely. Sure. I think it'll be good for them, and you get a good payday out of it. Fuck it, and who knows, maybe Amanda will feel comfortable at 145 and stick around. I don't know. I
just feel like Cyborg is just a larger version of Amanda.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, they're both amazing, but Cyborg is just so much bigger.
She's playing right into Cyborg's
She has such dense muscle.
No, exactly.
It's not even fair.
And it's just, I don't know.
Dude, I feel like that kind of like leaves a bad taste in my mouth. Like,
that's how I felt about Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, but it's just like, holy shit! It is such a difference because after she's taken steroids, like especially her being a female, is her body structure will never even become close to becoming like how it should look.
Hypothetically, if you were to drop her in, let's say, the 135 division, and USADA was around from day one and she never juiced up, do you think she'd be...
Why do you think her fucking weight cuts were so bad at 135? Because she fucking took a bunch of steroids constantly and had bulking. Such dense muscle. She couldn't lose any more weight.
Yeah, she couldn't lose fat. But she lost all the fat. She couldn't lose any muscle.
She was shredded, but I mean, she kind of straight up looked like a buff man.
No, I mean, yeah. And I completely understand.
That's so not natural. And she's still like, yeah, she's natural now. She's passing the test. Like, she still has the skill
but she had
to be the number one pound for pound women's MMA fighter. But she, I mean, it's just, I don't know. It's so unfair, I feel.
And
her skills back it up, but it's just like, it's just sad.
At this point,
oh my god.
At this point, I just realized that probably about 95% of all athletes, especially in combat sports, have, if they're not juicing now, have juiced at one point in their life or taken some sort of natural or not a natural enhancement. And I felt your feelings that you're having right now, I had whenever Brock Lesnar was relevant, especially when he won the championship. And I'm just kind of like, that's fucking bullshit, dude.
Yeah.
I was irritated by it. But anyways, we're not gonna go on too much of a tangent. But yeah, at this point, I just look past it.
Yeah, I can't take it.
I'm like, they're clean now.
She's without the steroids. I truly believe that nothing would be different. She'd still be the number one pound for pound best MMA fighter.
Unfortunately, we'll never find out, man.
But anyways.
We'll proceed ahead, and the next fight this was the hardest fight to call, or the hardest fight.
I didn't want anyone to lose.
It was almost hard to watch, but I loved every fucking second of it, dude. We had Bryan Ortega versus Frankie Edgar, and oh my god, dude, the anticipation for this fight was insane. Let's paint a picture for these folks. First off, Frankie Edgar is gonna be in the UFC Hall of Fame without a doubt.
Yeah,
and he. Just to sum this up quickly without going off on too much of a tangent, he is a decorated, well-rounded, all the way around fighter.
Yeah.
And he takes the fight wherever he wants it to go.
Yeah.
And so then you have this up-and-comer Bryan Ortega.
Well, also his willingness to get out of tough situations is the
absolutely.
best. Absolutely. Number one in the UFC. Like, he has been down and almost counted out, almost been knocked out, and then suddenly gets, like, these bursts of energy and just flips it, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Flips the switch, and he can dig it. He can dig deep in those later rounds, which is insane. And he puts away up and comers. This is kind of like, I mean, I don't know if he wanted this title or not, but he's kind of like a gatekeeper in a way. At least that's how
a lot of people call him. A lot of journalists too.
Yeah, and that's pretty much where I'm, getting my information just from them. In all honesty, but anyways, then you have Bryan Ortega that is undefeated. He was 13-0, now 14-0.
All finishes.
And all finishes. But see, that's just the thing too. I had chose Frankie Edgar, and the reason being is, Bryan Ortega has an amazing ground game, and I mean, for Christ's sake, he had a beautiful standing guillotine choke against Cub Swanson, which was fucking unreal, and he knocked out Gouda. Right, that's his last name. Goody. That's right. Sorry. And see,
Gouda.
But one thing as I was watching all these fights is he never really went for the takedown very much to go to his obvious strength, or what at the time I thought his obvious strength would be his ground game, his jiu-jitsu. And I felt like he caught Goody, he caught him with a beautiful knee at the end of the round in a fight that he was possibly losing on the card.
Do you mean Clay Guida?
Guida, yes.
Oh, okay. I think you're talking about Gucci's a different guy.
Sorry. Okay,
Clay Guida.
Guida.
Okay.
So, Fuck. Guida is the person we've been talking about this time. But anyways, he knocks out Guida with a beautiful flying knee late in the third round of a 3-round fight in the cards. Arguably, he was down. I thought he was when I was watching that fight.
Yeah.
And
Clay
he did.
Guida showed up that night for sure.
Oh, yeah. He looked great. I'm nothing against him, but he changed camps to Team Alpha Male and just came back fucking animal.
Yeah.
And he just fucking... I feel like if he didn't get that flying knee, he might have lost that fight, personally. And in other fights, too, I just didn't really see him. He waited for it to either be taken down or them to present their neck to him. He doesn't really try to take it to the ground. So I was like, okay. I was taking that into account. And I was thinking that Frankie Edgar could just kind of pick him apart with the stand-up because he had a beautiful flying knee, but I kind of thought he would take a little bit to start, kind of really let his hands loose. Usually but Frankie Edgar can do that for 5 rounds if he wanted to.
Yeah.
And so I thought that Frankie was probably going to get the TKO in the late third.
Uh-huh.
But here's the thing. He's answering questions. Ortega, we were wondering, what kind of, stand-up does he have? And
yeah, he showed a lot of improvement in his Cub Swanson fight with his stand-up. It was a lot better.
It was a lot more crisp. And he was a lot more active, yes,
and,
but I just didn't think he can hang.
In all the interviews and stuff like that, like he's just becoming so much more confident in his stand-up that he...
Oh, yeah. And he's answering these questions, and right now, dude, like... It's looking like he can do it fucking all at this point, which makes me very excited about this.
He got the title fight. There's a video on YouTube I saw that Dana
he got
White
the call from
him.
Dana.
Yeah,
he got the title fight against Max Holloway.
Yeah.
And that's going to be fucking insane. But anyways, the fight fucking starts, and I think that Frankie Edgar is doing the game plan perfectly. In and out, throwing lots of shots, keeping him really active. Almost kind of got into a little headlock position with Ortega for probably about 2-3 seconds, but then separated. Didn't go for any takedowns. Did exactly what I thought he was going to do. But then Ortega catches him with the flushest, most beautiful left elbow I've ever seen in a while. Yeah. And it stutter steps him, stuns him. Yeah. And then I think he does like another right left and then goes for a head kick. If I'm not mistaken, it connects. Or did Frankie have a hand in the way? Do you remember?
I don't really remember. It was all so fast, but I do remember I think... I don't know if he went for a head kick or not.
I'll have to. We'll rewatch that, but I'm pretty sure he does. But anyways, you described it perfectly. His heels were off the ground when he
lifted him off the ground
with a beautiful uppercut.
Yeah,
and Frankie Edgar has never been finished, and to be knocked out in that
first round,
completely starched.
Yeah, like
I was shocked.
I thought Francis, fucking Overeem was bad.
This was
in my opinion was worse. In my opinion, it was worse.
I have to disagree with that one, but I mean, this was up there with it. Easily if this was in 2017, that and this uppercut would be in the top 2 of the year.
It's worse to me because one, Frankie's never been finished. He has a fucking awesome
you're talking about everything. I thought you were talking about the actual punch itself and the damage.
Hell no. I know Francis hits harder.
You're talking about the significance of the punch.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes more sense then. Yeah. Yes, absolutely.
And it's worse because I think it's like just as bad. Like he lifted him for like their weight class, dude. He hit him hard.
That's a lot.
It was
of
the
power.
Perfect punch, and
lights out before you even hit.
Literally, like lifted him up, and it was freaky to see, and
it was the most awesome thing to watch, but also the most unfortunate, man. I was so.
And then Frankie took this fight on short notice. He had the title fight, and then Max got hurt, and he took this fight on short notice instead, just because he thought he's that kind of fucking fighter. He just takes fights.
He's a no nonsense. He'll just fight anytime, anywhere.
Get paid and fucking. But man,
it's a true pioneer of the sport for it too.
How old is he? What, 36?
Yeah, he's 36. And this is this thing. People are like, what now? See, he's still up in the talk.
This is the first time he's been finished for fucking.
He's still in the talk for contender. I don't know why people are counting him out so.
He's
quick.
number 3. He should be going down to number 3.
3, absolutely.
Like he's still in the talk.
Let's just say I don't know, in the heaven forbid, Ortega has an injury. Or
if he fucking beats Holloway,
he can
rematch.
Yeah, or some shit. But I think before that happens, Frankie would have to come back probably against maybe Aldo again, because right now he's number 1.
Or maybe Jeremy Stevens again.
That'd be cool. That'd be a fun one
because he's coming off a win.
Who knows? Who fucking knows? But Ortega now has the title fight.
Shot, yeah.
And that's going to be fun. Hopefully they do it in Hawaii or something like that.
Bro, you know what I heard today?
Huh.
Oh, I guess we talk about after the card, but that's not really related to the card. Talk of International Fight Week in July. Rockhold Bisping 2 at 205.
205?
Yeah, Luke Rockhold came out in an interview today with the Ariel Helwani saying that he was not going to fight at 185 anymore. He's going to go up to 205. And
wow.
As Bisping's last fight, because this is his last fight before he's retiring, it's talk. It's not official of them fighting. I don't know where, but at 205.
Whoa, dude, Rockhold would be so dangerous.
Oh, dude, so dangerous. I think Bisping's in for your
I think he's in
night.
trouble. Absolutely. Dude, Rockhold already carries so much
At
size for that.
Well,
dude, he's, I think, arguably the biggest 85er. Besides,
he is the biggest 85er. He is the biggest 85er. Like, hands down. And he says the weight cut was just too brutal for him at this age. And I was like, oh, shit. He's going up to 205. So
he's going to be so...
And apparently, DC announced that he's not going back to 205. Like, he's just going to stay at heavyweight. If he wins the belt...
Man, I would love to see a Rockhold DC. That'd be fucking fun.
They would never fight.
No.
They were teammates.
No. But still, that'd be fun. Just if they were mindless and weren't
crazy.
teammates. But anyways,
I just forget. I remember. Popped up in my mind. So
if shit like that pops in your head, you just fucking spit it out.
So,
keep it coming.
But I was like, oh my God.
So, dude, I'm excited for...
and you know what else I heard today?
What's up?
GSP was also on the interview on the phone. He did a phone interview with Ariel Helwani and said that if Ben Askren gets offered a UFC contract, that's the fight he wants.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That'd be fun.
For those who don't know, Ben Askren is an undefeated wrestler that never got a UFC contract, but he should have a long time ago. He's never been beaten.
There's a podcast with him and JRE, Joe Rogan, that's really good. If you want to know all about him and his career, and he's never lost.
He's
undefeated, and he was dominant. He just apparently him and Dana had it out for one another and just never got a contract. And there's a big misunderstanding. You'd be better off just watching the podcast, but dude, that would be fucking amazing. Yeah, that's the
fight he said he wanted it if he were to come to the UFC.
I would have to watch more film on Askren, but
it's just a phenomenal wrestler. Like him versus Khabib would be a super fight. It's that bad.
That's interesting. That's very interesting. Exciting too.
Yeah.
I hope it happens. Fuck it, dude.
Oh yeah.
Throw this more shit.
He technically retired, but he would come back for a super fight.
Fuck yeah, he would.
So if he gets fucking
paydays,
UFC contract, fights fucking GSP first, beats him maybe, and then goes to Khabib. If he can get down.
Ooh, talk to me dirty.
It's just, dude. Oh man,
it's got a little hard, dude.
Yeah. But
any whore. Then after that. We had
man,
we had Sean O'Malley versus Andre Sokum.
Don't even get me started on that last name.
Yeah. Well, anyways, I'll let y'all read it. But this was I had Andre beating Sean O'Malley.
I did not. I had Sean O'Malley beating that guy.
And it fucking. I mean, granted, I was excited to watch this guy because you showed me that interview with him, and I'm just like, wow, this guy's personality, his drive, he's just his. He's charismatic as well. I think he's gonna
fights fucking his fighting style is crazy.
This guy's he's unorthodox. He switches stances like no, they're beautiful technique. And he's young too.
Yeah,
dude. On this card, 7 people in their 20s won.
Yeah,
dude, that's fucking insane. And that makes me excited too for the up and comers in the UFC. I think
cards coming up.
The torch is gonna be passed slowly but surely, and maybe it starts today.
Yeah.
Who knows? But
yeah, we'll see.
Anyways, this fight it was all Sean O'Malley the entire time. I mean, there were some trades.
He had a fracture probably going into the fight. He said because guess what? He was also on the Ariel Helwani show and phone FaceTime whatever Skype, and he said that just overall he kicks so much in his fights and in training. Like he probably suffered a small fracture going into it.
Well, let's. Okay, so
this is his words, and he's going to he said that he had a small fracture already going into it. And it just built up. He probably hurt it a little bit in the first round, and a little bit in the second round, and the third round. That one kick that like they saw in the replay, that was just the one that fucking did it for him. And
yeah. So it was confirmed that his foot wasn't broken. But anyways, so the listeners aren't too confused. He possibly came into this with a pre-fractured foot. Anyways, the fight was pretty much all him. They did have some trade-offs. Andre did get his combinations in, and he did connect with maybe 1 or 2 combinations from what I saw and remember, but it was the Sean O'Malley show. It was
the Sugar Show.
The Sugar Show. It was really fun to watch, but Sean O'Malley throws this kick that either is checked or connects.
It is a head kick that kind of got blocked by an elbow.
And fucking fractures his foot, and right away we're like, oh, he can't stand.
He can't even step on it.
He can't step on it. He was dangling it like might as well just amputate the motherfucker. Probably be better off. And then all of a sudden, Andre, who is down in the fight,
last round, maybe minute left to go.
Exactly, goes for takedowns.
It's like, why would
he goes
you do
for
that?
a takedown when you're down on the card. When you're down on the cards,
he's on one leg.
He's on one leg. If you just keep him standing and just
kick the other leg.
If that, just let the ref stop that shit. A doctor, if he cannot be mobile, they won't let him fight.
You'll win.
You literally will win, and I would have been right.
Yeah, so
which would have been bullshit. But then they get up again, and he takes him down.
You know what Sean O'Malley said? He's like, I would have beat him with one fucking leg. He's dead serious. He's like, dude, I would have had that guy with one fucking leg. That guy was like, he said it definitely wasn't smart of him, but he's like, I was trying to stand back up because I knew being down would lose me the fight, probably in the cards or something. So he just tried to get back up, and he's like, I didn't really know what my game plan was getting back up, but I could have sworn that I could take him on one leg. Like,
and it's that kind of.
He said his striking was that fucking bad.
But the only problem I see with O'Malley is that, and it was a great point brought up by Luke Thomas, his only defense seems to be more offense. Be so active and throw so many combinations that they don't get a chance to strike, which is good. But what happens when you have someone that can weather the storm? What happens when someone gets you into this?
A great ass fight.
You think it's gonna be a great ass fight? I think.
I think. Just
what weight did they fight at? They fought at.
They're at 145. With him, I don't think he's gonna get gassed. I think it'd be a competitive fight. If there's someone that matches him, it'd be a hell of a fucking fight. I don't think he's gonna be ever out. I don't think anyone's ever gonna come out cardio him and be quicker than him. He's really fucking quick. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? That's right. His huge advantage is his speed and his conditioning. So I don't think
it's very easy to have confidence in this guy, and by no means am I counting this guy out.
I mean, I just haven't seen anything that can really.
We just haven't seen any defense.
Yeah. Well, I haven't seen anything that he's
never been in trouble.
Never been in trouble. You know what I'm saying? So.
But again, these are just points that you have to make if you're gonna pick apart a fighter, which
Yeah, I mean, I'd like to see him against one of the top 10 or top.
Oh, I think
5.
we'll see that very soon once he heals up.
You know what I'm saying?
Rate,
so,
yeah, absolutely. And I'm looking forward to seeing more.
He's just been fighting guys who, I mean, granted, really don't have a huge name, but he's been fucking murking them. So
it's gonna be really exciting to see where he goes.
Maybe fucking Aldo O'Malley.
That would be fucking insane.
Just because Aldo lost back to back to fucking Holloway.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
we'll just have to see where this puts him
in the rankings. Yeah,
I could see him being like
number 8. Maybe.
No, I was thinking like 12, maybe 13 or 12. We'll see what's up. I mean, because you don't want to throw him into the wolves too quick, like I think. I
mean,
Sage Northcutt.
Well,
I think whatever.
It's hard to say because I mean they've done that to what.
They've done to a few people, and they've rose to the occasion and did very well.
I think he's one of those people that could do it.
Let's hope. I'd like to see it. Yeah. And as far as Andre goes, dude, fuck you.
Yeah, no fight IQ.
Like
0.
There's fans sitting on their fucking sofas.
Drinking a beer, getting drunk.
Did he really think?
Why isn't he why is he taking?
He must have really thought he was up in the cards. I don't know.
I don't know what. I don't know. I just don't know. I don't know why he's in the UFC if he can't even just
fucking twit.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't even really talk about it without being mind fucked.
Don't breed. Anyways, sorry, that was harsh. Any whore. The next fight was
practice more.
Stefan Struve and Andrei Arlovsky. Dude,
that was an awesome fight.
I thought it was pretty okay. Some people thought it was a snoozer. But see, here's the significance of it. Struve, if I'm not mistaken, is coming off of a 2-fight lose streak. Let me verify that.
I don't quite know, but yes.
And he back about 5 years ago when he knocked out Stipe, that's when he was on the up and up. But then
and Stipe just started.
Yeah, Stipe just started. But still, what does that do to a fighter when you see the person that you murked be champion now, and then you're on the lower end, not really on one of those upper echelon guys anymore. Well, I mean, never really was, but he was talk of it. People were excited about him, but he just refuses to fight tall.
Tallest UFC fighter.
7 feet, pretty much. What, like 6?
11?
No, he's 7 feet. 265, 7 feet, and he has 32 wins, 10 losses. But well, as of Yeah, actually now it's 10 losses, and I don't know. This is a big fight for him, and then he just does. There's just something about him. He's not afraid to pull the trigger on his combinations and stuff, but he refuses to fight behind his jab as much as I would like.
He's so fucking huge. I can't imagine it not being hard for him to move around a little bit in that octagon.
He looked good though. He remember he did the double switch kick towards the end. He looks very athletic for a 7-footer, but it's not so much of an athletic ability. It's like a drive, like a how do I put it? Like a overcome of adversity and also just present your presence. Like he threw jabs, but it did not keep Andre Arlovsky at bay.
He didn't use it
all.
as a weapon. He just used it to keep him away.
Hardly even that, dude. And then Andre switched camps, and he's a legend as well. I wouldn't be surprised if we didn't see him in the UFC Hall of Fame. He just fights so much. And
he looks a lot better now. He had a
5-fight lose streak.
It was bad, but
and then
he
won a decision against what the fuck was his name? He looked like he was wearing a big diaper.
I know who you're talking about.
That big dude. Sorry, dude. I don't care right now. Anyways, that kind of got decision, and then this win was so big for him because he changed camps, and throughout his entire long ass dinosaur career, he's successfully done 3 takedowns. In this fight, he got I think 4. Let me see here. But he like matched, if not got a little bit better in one fight with his takedowns than, his entire career up to then. I can't really find it. But anyways, it's fucking sick. And I'm really happy for him that I got the win. And as far as Struve, man, that sucks, man. You just either you got to kind of reanalyze your situation or come back and start fucking,
be the UFC
quit hitting him with your purse.
Yeah.
So I don't know. That was a fun fight to watch still. Andre ended up winning by decision.
Yeah. So
good for him. And then we had Kat Zingano and then Kathleen Vieira. And I had Kathleen winning just Kathleen. I had her winning just because I thought she was going to kind of ragdoll her. I just thought that her grappling and wrestling was gonna get it done tonight. And she puts together really heavy-handed combos. Like she can murk a bitch. Other than that, I just really didn't know too much about her. And
it was an alright fight. It was an alright fight.
Yeah, and see the only thing is like, Zingano, like she kind of got manhandled for the entire fight. And the only thing successful, like she got it to the ground a little bit, but the only thing successful she did with that was a half-assed, like...
Well, Zingano didn't get any takedowns.
I think...
She tried, too. The other girl got 2.
But anyway, she can't really do much off of her back. She really only attempted a Kimura, which was unsuccessful.
Yeah.
Other than that, like, a few jabs here and there. It was kind of a snoozer-ish.
I think the other girl attempted the Kimura.
No, I know.
This one says submission attempt 0.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, it was emphasized in. I don't know. We'll rewatch it, but it was okay. It was an alright fight.
Then Ashley Yoder and then Mackenzie Dern. That was a good one.
That was the next one.
They're both pretty new. Mackenzie Dern just fucking went for it and got the win.
Yeah. Mackenzie Dern. She was notorious for her jiu-jitsu before this.
Yeah, she's new to the UFC. This is her UFC
debut, and she's much more new to MMA in general than jiu-jitsu by itself. So she's making the transition, and you can definitely tell that she comes in with her head low and kind of swings in one after the other with her punches.
Isn't the cleanest.
Yeah, striking's not the cleanest, but she just fucking gives it her all, and she got it done.
Yeah.
And but she does need to go to a good wrestling camp.
Yeah.
She's known for her jiu-jitsu.
And needs to work on her striking. She's not gonna last long.
But realistically, dude, remember we were kind of talking about before. Even if you're not very great at striking, if you can work on your wrestling and get it into your element.
Yeah.
Dude, with the jiu-jitsu like that, because she got her down finally once, but ran out of time. But she clearly had a good chance at getting a rear naked choke. And if she could just get her down to the ground, that'd be fucking amazing. And she could really be next level. I think she will improve. I'm excited to see what happens more with her. And I don't know, man. I think, yes, her striking needs some work, but I would get her in a wrestling camp first.
Yeah, for sure.
Just because she needs to be able to get those takedowns. But anyhow, what's What's next on the list?
Alexander Hernandez.
Yeah, man, this is a cool one.
Neil Dariush.
And here's the significance in this fight. Dariush is the number 12 in the 155 division, which we know is a fucking like Shark Tank.
Yeah.
Like, this is the toughest division by far. You know, like, Jesus. Just look at the ranks and just like cream your pants just a little bit. And anyways, he's number 12. And then Alexander Hernandez is, we grew up in San Antonio, and that's where he's from as well. He fights out of San Antonio, out of Ohana, what used to be, I'm pretty sure it's still Ohana Jiu-Jitsu Academy, but back when I was training with Ultimate Training Systems, whenever we were moving, they were kind of a gym that we were in touch with. Like, we went to go train there as we were in the process of moving, and you know, we got a chance to actually train with him, Alex, about 5 years ago when we were competing. And a buddy of mine, Kyle, which we'll get on the show here soon, they did a show called Cage Quest, and was where, you know, it's like a TV show they were doing in Seguin, you know, about MMA, and they were on it together, and they got a chance to spar a little bit, and that was cool, you know. So it was kind of cool to see, you know. And I know one of my buddies, one of my buddies still trains with him now. You know, he goes to Ohana now, and he hasn't stopped since. So it's really exciting for them. And on short notice, just being tossed to the wolves against the number 12 ranked 155, and injury happened, and he got the call and got a 4-fight contract with the UFC, and took it on very short notice. Made weight, and as I saw the weigh-ins, man, he looked very calm, collected, ready to fucking, you know, kick ass and take names. And Benelli he looked so lackadaisical, almost like he
underestimated him,
almost like he didn't even want to be there. And I mean, if you're number 12 wanting to improve your career and you're just fighting some no name, I could see where your kind of head would be at.
Just fucking try and starch him.
Or yeah, exactly. Make a name for yourself. Don't be such a fucking bitch about it. But who knows? Maybe that's just his persona. I don't know the guy personally. But anyways, they come into this fight, and right away Alex comes in with this front T kick.
Like literally as they're touching
like
almost.
he barely passed.
Some will consider it kind of dirty, but it's like,
fuck it, dude. He's in there to fucking
exactly. Like
take his head off.
Like, oh, that's not very nice.
You don't have to.
Like, they're fucking fighting.
You don't have to tap gloves.
Yeah,
you don't have to. And Benelli just like he didn't even get to the black line before he got T kicked, and then right away Alex was very good at trading hands, being in and out. Benelli right away kind of tried to recover and started throwing some good trying to throw some leg kicks, but he was getting in and out of the way very nicely. And shortly after that, he landed a flush, beautiful, clean left hand, and just
knocked him the fuck out.
He turned into Plank from Ed, Edd n Eddy.
Yeah.
Like he just like he fucking out of this world, dude. Just knocked him out, and then he gets up, throws his mouthpiece, and
hit
Alex
the
just
snooze button on that bitch
for life. And just
fucking woke up, had
big win for San. And dude, after
intelligence of a
he met
grader.
Joe and got to get the heavy underdog knockout, not TKO, fucking knockout, and also got a $50,000 fight bonus too, if I'm not mistaken. Like, good for fucking him. Excited. I'm really excited to see what happens. And when he was on the mic, he was like, he wasn't an asshole about it, and he wasn't like cocky.
He's definitely pretty serious about it.
He is serious. He goes, "There's a higher purpose other than myself, and I'm here to be fucking violent." And he just walks away, and it's just like damn, I can't not respect that, because I mean, if you're gonna make a name that's a great way to make a name for yourself too, and put yourself on the map, get some sort of publicity, because you're going about it a different way other than just trash talk. You're looking like a fucking jackass. OG. You're just like, I'm here to fucking like take your life. Yeah. So way excited to see what happens there. And then we had John Dotson have the decision win over Pedro Munoz.
That's cool. That was his last fight on his contract, so we'll see if he gets a new one.
Yeah. And
I think he will.
It was a solid fight. What else can I really say about it?
Yeah.
It was back and forth. I thought John definitely had the first few rounds, or the first round and a half for sure, but then he started slowing down a little bit. Pedro got a couple combos off here and there, but there wasn't really a question, I thought. It ended up being, oh no, that's the one where it was a split decision. I was like, what the fuck?
Oh, really? Was it?
I think so. Let me see here.
I forget.
Glenn got it 29-28, Dodson. Bird got it 30-27, Dodson. And Sal D'Amato or whatever the fuck got it 28-29, Pedro. And I I was shocked. At that point, I was just kind of like, whoa, we don't really want the cards to go to the judges because this is kind of bullshit. So I don't really know what else to say about that.
I don't know. Not much to say. I think I'd get another contract and probably keep chugging along.
Then we got CB Dalloway versus Hector Lombard. This is so unfortunate, man. And because I think Lombard really needed this fight because I think he's on a losing streak. Let me see here.
This was CB Dalloway's last fight, right?
No. I don't think so. There's another guy that was.
Who was that? I thought it was him.
I thought it was a different.
Oh, this is a disqualification.
Yes, this is what we're getting into.
The one before that. Okay.
Yes. So this is what was happening. It was kind of really short-lived fight. It looked like it was gonna be a good one, and there was a leg kick thrown by Dalloway on Lombard, and then the bell rings, and clearly after the bell, two strikes, a 1-2, which connects and
knocks him out.
He doesn't know where the fuck he's at for the next 5 minutes and stuff like that, and the ref DQs him.
So he won. CB Dalloway.
So Dalloway wins, and that fucking sucks. But here's what some people, I don't agree with this, but some people, hear me out. Some people are saying that the argument that he has is that even though the bell rang, it takes the ref to say round, to call the round for it to truly stop, and that he shouldn't be he shouldn't be DQ'd because even though the bell rang, the ref didn't come in between and stop it legitimately. And I'm hearing that point now, but here's the problem I have with that. Then you have a lower you have these fighters now thinking that it's okay to get 1 or 2 extra shots after the bell rings, until if the ref is a little bit slow.
Who'd you hear that from?
It was talk. Luke Thomas was saying that some people were coming at him with that point.
What I heard on the Ariel Helwani show was the only point that Hector Lombard himself and his team were making was that he was already in the combination. So that's the only thing I've heard even from their own team. But it's clearly after the bell. So and even Dana said if you, always after the post fight press conference when I saw, he's like, if you rewatch the fucking fight, that you can clearly see the ref say stop, and then he throws the punches. Mm-hmm. I'm like, he can fucking go. He can try to rebuttal it all he wants, dude. I'm telling you, I truly believe he has no chance of getting that overturned.
Oh, same here. So, absolutely. He's I wouldn't be surprised if he just retires after this because I
don't think he's gonna retire after this.
We'll see.
It's
a shitty way to go out. It should be embarrassing. That was fucked up.
That was a clear.
Yeah, we were both like, "Woo, damn," and yeah, not really much else to say about that. It sucks, but good for. That kind of sucks.
Yeah, I'm sure he doesn't want to win that way, but.
And then we got Zach Otto versus Mike Pyle.
So Mike Pyle, he is the guy who retired.
Yeah, Mike Pyle. This was Mike Pyle's last fight, and it it kind of sucks for him to go this way. But in the 2 minutes and 38 seconds of the round one,
got slept.
Yeah, he got
fucking slept.
He's like, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, his last fight. That's a shame.
It sucks to go out that way. That sucks.
I don't even know if he threw maybe a punch or two.
Let me see. We got
he
got four total strikes versus 26 total strikes.
He got slept early.
Yeah, that's a rough way to go.
Yeah.
And then, dude, it kind of sucks for the next fight. Bryan Caraway lost the decision to Cody Stamann.
Yeah.
And I thought we missed the second round because we were being fat asses getting some snacks, and we were trying to get it up on Daniel's phone en route to said snacks, and took a little while to load. But we came back, and I thought Caraway might have had it with the couple rounds that I saw. I'm sure Misha Tate wanted it to be go in his decision too, because they be lovies. And turns out Cody Stamann got the decision, so good for him. It was definitely a back and forth fight. It was close. This is a split decision. No, wait. Yeah.
It was a split decision.
And then it was a pretty good back and forth fight between Jordan Johnson and Adam Milstead. It was a decision by Jordan, and I remember after that fight, we were both like, "Whoa, good first fight."
Yeah,
it was a very, very back and forth fight. Prelims, great way to start off the card. I'm excited to see more of them, and hopefully we start seeing them on some pay-per-views soon.
Yeah,
it was very, very back and forth. I'm sure this card will be on Fight Pass soon enough. So if y'all want to go check that fight out, go check it out then. And on to boxing, just real quick, we'll touch. I know Apparently, Canelo be testing hot.
Yeah.
Testing hot on them.
Hot. Fuck.
So, just recently, we found out that Canelo came hot on some drug tests for a drug called clenbuterol, which is something that's been going around in Mexico, and I think it's like in the meat. Like
Well, that's what he's saying. I don't think it's true. I think he got fucking caught using steroids.
Yeah, I don't really know much about the meats of Mexican
we'll
people.
We'll have to see, but that's just
I really don't think it's gonna affect the fight. I think, like you said before, I think Triple G's still gonna want to fight him.
Yeah.
I think they're gonna give him a hefty fine and slap on the wrist and say, "Hey, make us some more money." You know?
Yeah.
Cinco de Mayo.
Right.
You know, I don't know. I don't really. It
we
sucks,
go party.
but like we were talking about earlier, I really don't think that very many people haven't. I've been completely natural through all this process. Anyone in professional sports, really. Yeah. Well, I don't know, certain sports. But I don't know. It'd be interesting to see what happens, and we'll just have to go from there. I hope.
Yeah.
I'm still a fan. I love Canelo, dude. I like the way he boxes. I'm excited for it.
I think it's funny that they're not going to do anything.
Yeah, well, we'll see though. I'm sure he'll get a fine. But well, what else you got, my man? You got anything else?
I think that's about it.
Well, let's wrap this bitch up, my dude. Well, y'all just check out my YouTube channel. Just type in background noise with Kane. And again, this is Baby Brother Beatdown Breakdown, which is the MMA segment of my podcast. Check out Trident Clothing Shop. Go in and buy a t-shirt or two. You get a backpack, hat, some sick ass shit on there. I'm Kane. D baby.